Welcome into the Double Quick Prep Zone Weekly Show. I'm Derek Forrest, and he is Jeff Archer.
Well, we are now in the heart of district play, but one game has two teams who are unbeaten within their district.
That game is number 9 Perry Central going on the road to take on number 6 Clay County, which just so happens to be our game of the week. Well, for the Clay County Tigers, they turned some heads when they went on the road to Scott County and dropped 41 points on the Cardinals. Now they are one of the front runners in Class 5A District 8, as 3 teams are currently tied for first place with a 2-0 record. One of the other teams, Perry Central, who goes on the road for the first time this season. Earlier in the week, I sat down with Tiger head coach Shannon Arnett as we discussed the matchup. All right, Coach, let's talk about real quick. Last week, you guys played Whitley County at Whitley County. You come away with a 28-22 win. Just talk about the team's performance and what you think you learned from the team from Friday night.
You know, I guess really, man, we played well for pretty much 3 quarters of the game. You know, we broke down in the 3rd quarter, which we've had a tendency to do this year. You know, it's not the first game it's happened, but you know, we were able to make the plays at the end to win the ball game. And I think that's the big difference in this team and the team we've had the last 2 years. You know, we've found ways to answer, you know, when teams have made runs at us. And, you know, I think we had 3 picks in the 4th quarter the other night to preserve, you know, the win once we finally took the lead back. So, you know, just saying that we don't, you know, in the past we would lay down, man, when teams got up on us or when things bad happened, you know. And this year we've, like I said, every game pretty much so far except for Knox Central, we found ways to answer it and make the plays to win the ball game.
Now, when you look ahead to Friday, you've got Perry Central here at home. Perry Central has some serious athletes, especially at the wideout position. When you look at your defensive backs, how are you guys going to be able to contain those wide receivers?
Well, yeah, we've went back to playing kids both ways, and we've got our best athletes back there, you know. And you know, I mean, they do have some players. They got a lot of kids that, you know, number 1, number 2, number 4, number 8. I'm sure I'm leaving some out, but they got a lot of kids can do things with the balls in their hands, you know. And we've got to, you know, we've just got to try to minimize. I don't think we can stop them from getting the plays. You know, we just have to be real sound on defense as far as taking our pursuit angles and, you know, minimize the damage on plays and make them put drives together to beat us, you know, because most of the scores I've seen with them have been, you know, throwing the ball up top or breaking out on long runs. And, you know, we just have to make them continually drive the football. You know, we can't give up the big play, so we're just going to try to, you know, try to take that approach.
Last year, we know how the district finished a 3-way tie for first place. You guys are 2-0. Perry Central's now 2-0. How big is this game Friday night?
That's huge. I think, and you can't count out Harlan. I mean, I've been seeing a lot of stuff and hearing a lot of stuff that whoever wins this game's in the driver's seat. I've seen Harlan play; they're pretty dang good. So, you know, you can't write Harlan off. But, you know, to be 3-0 in the district, you know, you're at least looking at probably a great chance of being the district runner-up and getting a home game in the playoffs, you know, which is huge. So this game is huge in that regard. And then, you know, just to keep the ball rolling. I think we lost our first one and we won 5 in a row now, you know, so just to keep that winning streak going and keep building is going to be big. Finally, biggest key to victory for Clay County on Friday night? I think definitely taking away the big play. You know, like I said, I know they can drive the ball. They've got that number 8's a heck of a running back. You know, so they can hand it to him and pick up yards. But, you know, I think just not giving up the touchdown ball, you know, that seems to be what they've hurt a lot of teams with, and we just need to try to make sure that we prevent that from happening. You know, and then I think offensively for us, we have to block 24. You know, can be the best defensive player I've seen. I've been coaching 13 years, coached down in Florida, you know, saw some great ones, but that kid has a nose for the football like you don't see very often, you know, and we have to know where he is and get a body on him. And, you know, he still may break through and make the tackle. That's what type of player he is. But we have to, you know, not give up the big play defensively and account for 24 and just do what we do on offense. Try to run the ball and, you know, throw when the opportunity presents itself and control the clock and keep their offense off the field. All right. Thanks a lot, Coach, and good luck on Friday. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Spoken like a true coach, Coach Arnett, number 1, Jay White, number 2, Austin Prey, number 4, Darrell Beatty, number 8, Brian Rankin, and number 24, Matthew Robinson. Those are all the Perry guys that he talked about there. But he talks about those athletes. Perry Central is very very athletic at those wideout positions, but Clay County can combat that with athleticism of their own.
Absolutely. You talk about 4 great skilled players, and Noah Reed and C.J. Miller in the backfield. By the way, 540 yards and 539 yards respectively, 8 touchdowns, 7 touchdowns. Talk about even production. And at wideout, of course, you have Joey Design and you have J.V. Hooker, but the guy who no one talks about is on the defensive side of the ball, Tanner Gilbert. The guy looks like a horse that put pads on. He is a beast. I love this guy. They've also pulled out 23 turnovers in 6 games. That defense for Clay County, a little bit underrated.
And one of the things that Coach Arnett talks about, and we had a soundbite earlier today, is he talks about he doesn't know if Perry Central will run the ball, or he thinks that Perry Central's running attack may be their weak point. But last year, remember, Brian Rankin got a lot of yards on the ground. It's not that they can't use them. Those wideouts have just been so spectacular this year. I say look for Perry Central to go to that running attack against a very physical Clay County team.
This is going to be fun. I don't know what either team is going to do exactly. I'm kind of intrigued. One thing to note about John Wilson at quarterback, you know, they've been throwing the ball downfield a lot this year. On his completions, they're averaging over 19 yards per completion for Clay County, so they like to hit you with the deep ball.
He's got a gun on him and a pretty good catcher as well over there. But coming up on the Double Quick Prep Zone Weekly Show, we will hear from the head coach of the Perry Central Commodores, Justin Haddix.
Our WYMT Game of the Week is in Manchester, where number 6 Clay County hosts number 9 Perry Central in a crucial district game. Justin Haddix and the Commodores have enjoyed some home cooking all year, playing their first 6 at home. Even though his team is not road tested, head coach Haddix says he's not worried about how his team will respond in a hostile environment like Clay County.
I think, you kind of give them a little, that feels the same length, feels the same long, and you know what. We went into our first scrimmage was away. We went scrimmage Lawrence County Huntington High, and that was an away game, and they responded well as far as going out there and playing. And they know as far as we're out there, we're there to play a game.
Our WYMT Game of the Week takes us to Manchester, where number 6 Clay County hosts number 9 Perry County Central. These two teams are combined 13-1, which is a surprise to most in the mountains. New coach Justin Haddix has instilled a new attitude in the Commodores, while the Tigers have proven they are for real. The key here is whether or not Perry Central can contain Tigers quarterback John Wilson and Clay's high-powered offense, which can score at any time. And that is the Lee's famous recipe hazard and Whitesburg 2-minute drill.